Hello, friends. This is Yana Smakula. Welcome back to my channel. Thanks so much for stopping by today. I'm back from my trip to the Netherlands, and I thought I would share a little update with you. Before my trip to the Netherlands, I shared how I was packing my crafty suitcase and all the things that I was taking with me. Now that I'm back, I wanted to share a few panels, a few card backgrounds that I created during my demo. I'll also talk a little bit about the products and some supplies and all the fun things. But before we get to it, I wanted to share the addition to my Starbucks cup collection. Of course, I needed to buy the Netherlands and then the little Amsterdam mugs. Aren't these so cute? I collect them. I already have quite a few, and I'm excited to add these to my collection. So let's take a look at some of the panels that I have made. I have made a lot with my poppy background plate and stencils, and it was very popular. And in fact, many people wanted to take those panels, stencil panels. So I don't really have many with me. I only brought this one. So the background here, you can see we have red, and then it goes into green, and then more red. So that was created using the BetterPress DIY ink pad. It was the same one that I used when I did my original poppy background video, but then I started adding additional color re-inkers, and the colors that I had in my ink pad slowly transitioned, and I now have this beautiful color combination. So I think I ended up adding pink and even mint re-inker, and that gave me this nice little green. I then stenciled the background with these. By the way, all of this was done using BetterPress ink. So I did the background pressing with the BetterPress ink, and then I did the stenciling with the BetterPress ink as well. I skipped one layer for the stems just because I like to have a little bit of white left on my background, and that's the result. Love it.
Stencils make it so easy to color because you're not spending a ton of time coloring each petal. You're just applying the ink, and you can be very detailed with your ink blending if you want. Let me flip this. Or you can be real quick. So if I want to, for example, I can come in with a smaller brush. Yep. And just add more ink to have more detail, or I can be very quick with my ink blending and have a simple layer of color. I can also have multiple color poppies. I have some cards over there with the multiple colors, or I can have one color. And just use different colors for the different petals. And if I want to, I can come in with even darker color and maybe intensify the base a little bit more. And I'm using the smaller brush now. So there's also, that's the beauty of using different size brushes. So this one, I was able to add a ton of color, and then with the smaller brushes, I'm able to come in and add the little details. Okay, so let's remove this layer and take a look. Ta-da!
Oh, this color combination.
Yes, the blue and yellow always looks beautiful.
Always works.
Yes, yes. And then we can keep working because we have other layers for, let me turn this, attach this, and I'll flip it back to you. So we have the layers for every petal, and also for the stem and for the flower centers. We can keep working on the background. Ready?
The reveal. Close up.
Ta-da-da-da!
Wow.
We're still missing 2 layers, so there are 2 more layers. There's a layer for the flower centers, and there's a layer for the stems, but I don't always stencil everything. I will probably go in and stencil the flower center, but I kind of feel like it looks fantastic already.
It is. It does.
Thank you.
Okay, another plate that I played with a lot during my demo at the Doading shop in the Netherlands was the Night and Day Pines by Spellbinders. And this is a set of 2 plates, and they're large, so size for A2 cards. And you have one that creates a background like this, And then you have another one that creates a positive impression like this. So let me quickly walk you through what I did here. Here I used just one color of ink. I believe this is the new spruce color. By the way, I finally tried the new ink colors for BetterPress, the 4 new colors. Beautiful, and you'll see a lot of panels here made using those colors. So this was pressed in one solid color. This was pressed using the DIY ink pad, and you can see that the background colors are sort of similar here. And I love the way this looks. So I have a little bit of green, you know, a little bit of orange, a little bit of brown. It's very unique. All of this was pressed on the BetterPress paper, of course. Now here I have another background where I have a bit of an ombre. I have a little bit of a transition. So this is spruce, and I believe this is pine. Those are the new colors from Spellbinders for BetterPress. This is another background similar to this one. Again, I love the transition of color. Here we have a lot more green, but this one looks nice also. To me, this one looks like fall. It's a cool fall background. Setting this one aside, and I'll talk about it more in a minute. So this one is the positive. I mentioned there are 2 plates in this set. This would be the negative plate that creates a lot of the background, adds a lot of color to the background. And this one is the positive plate. It only adds color to the pine needles. Again, I used the same colors of ink. So these are the 3 new colors, the spruce, the pine, and then I think this one's laurel. And it looks so beautiful when you have a little bit of color variation. This is the same background. Sorry, this one goes here. So this is the same background, but foiled. I foiled it in Spellbinders Gold Foil on the Spellbinders Glimmer cardstock. We played quite a lot with the Glimmer paper, and I remembered how fabulous it is and how beautifully it works for foiling. So if you have trouble foiling something, make sure you try the Spellbinders Glimmer paper because it is fantastic. It's designed for foiling. Here's another panel with the different ink colors with the 3 green, and then another one. I demoed this one quite a lot and people loved seeing it. So here is also another panel similar to this one. Here I foiled the background in gold. This one I foiled in teal, in that matte teal or satin teal. Looks so beautiful. You know, it's like a beautiful background. You're all set. You have the white pines, you have the frosty blue background, and then you just add a sentiment and your card is done. The reason why I brought all of these panels back with me, I did leave a lot of my cards and also a lot of the samples at the store. So if you are in the area, I encourage you to go into the store and check it out. But I also brought many of these panels back home with me because I want to turn them into cards. After I'm done filming this video, I need to run to a quick doctor appointment for my eye, but once I'm back, I'll see if I can make some quick cards, take pictures, and share them with you. So let's also look at these backgrounds. So here I pressed this background in black ink on regular paper, and then this was pressed in black ink, although no, I lied, sorry. So this one was foiled in matte black foil. It's hard to tell. It looks almost as it looks like it's done using ink, but this one was foiled. And then this one was done using ink. So this is the BetterPress black ink on the BetterPress cardstock. And then I used markers. I had my Olo markers with me and I just did simple coloring. Here I finished this one. Here, this one I just started. You can see I have the darker green on some, but not everywhere. So I wanted to finish this and show you what it's going to look like. But again, this is so simple. This coloring was just very easy to do because you're not staying within the lines. You're just adding artistic brush strokes. You can be very messy with your coloring. So this is a fun background plate to create with. I really like it. I also created a lot with the new BetterPress registration Mary and Joy plates. I first pressed them using different colors of ink and they look fabulous when pressed in ink, but I also tried foiling them and oh goodness, they look fantastic when you foil. So here I combined the matte gold foil, the regular gold foil, and then the matte or the satin blue. Can you see how beautiful that is? The different shades or the different textures or finishes that we have with the gold foil, it looks absolutely amazing. Here is another one. It's the same background. So this one was done on the Glimmer paper. This one was done on regular paper, and I skipped the blue, so I just have the various shades of gold, well, 2 different shades of gold. And then here is Joy, also done with the different shades of gold, and it looks just stunning. I mean, this is so beautiful. I look forward to turning this into a card because it's stunning. Maybe just add a little bit of a quick die cut or something, and it's going to make a beautiful card. Okay, I also have some sneak peeks to share. As you know, guys, I have a new collection coming in October. On October 10th, it is called Amaryllis Christmas, and it's another small collection with just a couple of products, all designed to work together and give you beautiful cards for the holidays. So the star of the show, the star of that collection, is the poinsettia background plate and a set of layering stencils. You guys asked for it, and I was happy to listen. So we now have this beautiful background plate, and we have a set of stencils that go together with the plate. The plate, if I remember correctly, you can foil it twice. You can continue the background. You can continue the design if you wanted to create a bigger card. So here, see how this continues? So if you wanted to have a 5x7 background, I was watching some videos with my previous collections, with my previous products, and I noticed how some of you were trying to extend the pattern. So this time I made sure we designed this background so it was continuous, so that you could have a little pattern. If you wanted to foil a larger sheet, a 5x7 card, you could do that. So this is foiled in matte gold on a Spellbinder's Glimmer paper. This is pressed using the DIY ink pad, while I still had the original mix of colors in here, so it was pressed on the BetterPress paper. This was foiled in that satin teal color on the Spellbinder's Glimmer paper. Look how beautiful this is. I just want to add a little bit of pink blending, and this card is going to be done. This, a lot more dramatic, right? So this was foiled in matte black foil on the Spellbinder's Glimmer paper. This looks like it's perfect. This is so very me. You just add some stenciling and have yourself beautiful, vivid poinsettias. Now this, and let me come back to this because I first want to share a different panel. So let's first share this one. So this is the background plate pressed in black, and then I have all of the color added using stencils. So I experimented with the different colors. Again, all of this was stenciled, and so the background and the stenciling all were done using BetterPress ink. I don't normally stencil with BetterPress ink, but that's what I had with me because I didn't want to take too many different kinds of ink in my stash. So I figured I would use the BetterPress ink for pressing, for better pressing, but I could also use it for stenciling, and it worked quite well. So this is the background panel, the way it is intended to look, the way it is designed to look with the stencils. And then this, if you look closely, you can kind of see. So this is just using the stencils alone without the background plate. I saw many of you using the stencils alone with my Yana's Poppies collection, and I really loved that. I thought that was so clever, and it gave such a different look. I was inspired to give this technique a try. So here I tried that on this background, and I quite like the way this looks. Of course, this is missing detail. For example, the pine cone doesn't have any detail at all, but I still think this looks fantastic, and it gives you more opportunities with your products. And then the last panel that I created during my demo is this little beauty. So this was pressed in BetterPress ink on BetterPress paper. This is white porcelain cardstock. And then I used Olo markers and I colored all of these little flowers and petals and pine cones with my Olos. So love the result. So this is a quick look at the panels, some of the backgrounds that I made during my demo in the Netherlands. I had a blast. I'm so grateful to Merlot for inviting me. And I'm thankful to you for stopping by. If you stopped by the shop and if you were there, I'm thankful. It was lovely to meet you, and I look forward to seeing you again sometime. And if you weren't able to come to the Netherlands and visit the shop, this is why I decided to do these videos, to just give you a little glimpse at what is happening. That's it for me for today. Love you guys, and I'll see you again soon.